4 months have come and gone, and after a while away, the GP4 OC News is back for a third series. And that means one thing: the 2016 sign-ups have officially closed, so while we wait for the first team news to break, let's have a look at what we know so far, along with the latest rumours to dominate the paddock. Starting off with what we know, the first thing is that 2016 will be the last season JWF1 will host a top class as a result of Yuri returning to hosting in 2017. JWF1 will be hoping to end his final season with a bang on what has so far been a successful temporary takeover from him. On top of this, GP4 OC will be breaking a record in 2016 for the most races on the calendar, as there will be an increase from 20 races to 21 next season due to the introduction of the Baku City Circuit in Azerbaijan, which will see the return of the European Grand Prix name, which was last used in 2012 at the unpopular Valencia Street Circuit in Spain. However, this will only be for 2016, as from 2017 it will be known as the Azerbaijan Grand Prix. Baku will first be seen in the GP4 OC fraternity via GP4 Formula EOC this season, with rumours speculating that Baku could also appear as one of the standalone races for GP2 this season, but only time will tell. In terms of engines, after a falling out with Renault and after their failed attempts at trying to secure either a Mercedes, Ferrari or Honda engine, Red Bull will remain with Renault for 2016. However, the team have been forced to rebrand their engines due to Renault not wanting anything to do with them after their fallout, meaning that development between the two teams will be different. The engines will be rebadged to TAG Heuer as a result of Red Bull securing a sponsorship deal with the Swiss watchmaker, due to McLaren announcing that they'll be ending their partnership with them at the end of the season. This means that Red Bull will also be losing Infinity as their main sponsor from next season. This deal also affects junior team Toro Rosso. However, unlike Red Bull, they have been unable to secure a compromise for 2016, with Red Bull looking to help them secure this compromise for 2017. For now though, the team will be using year-old Ferrari engines, meaning that Toro Rosso will be returned to the Italian engine supplier for the first time since 2013 in 2016. In the words of the team themselves, this deal has made the team more Italian as a result. Meanwhile, after suffering from financial difficulties since 2013, Lotus will be rebrought in 2016 by Renault, with the Enstone-based team returning to the Renault name in 2016 for the first time since 2011. The team has been suffering with financial issues for a while, and their results have been representative of that. Not even the switch to Mercedes power in 2015 has helped the team's financial woes. However, thanks to Renault repurchasing the team, the Enstone-based team will now have great stability for the future as a result of them returning to a manufacturer team in 2016. This will mean that the team will be ditching Mercedes at the end of the year to return to Renault power after only a year with the German manufacturer. Other changes include Haas being able to secure an up-to-date Ferrari engine in 2016, and Mana Marussia, who will be known as just Mana next season, securing Mercedes engines in 2016 as a result of Lotus being taken over by Renault. Both teams will be looking to make strides through the midfield and get some very good consistent results in 2016. Now, with those out of the way, let's have a look at the rumours that have dominated this season's silly season. The first thing we have learned from the sign-ups is that there are 3 teams that have been very popular with number 1 sign-ups this season. These are Haas, the rebranded Renault team, and the rebranded Mana Racing team. Mana have several drivers interested, including current driver Etienne Jones, who has had a very impressive 2015 season so far. However, his current teammate Matthias Terwick has only put Mana as his second choice, with his first choice being Renault. Another name that has crept up for the Mana seat is 2014 GP2 champion Nicolas Pascali, who missed out on a drive in 2015 as a result of his choices not being realistic. This time around, it seems he has been more smarter on his choices. Another name also mentioned for the Mana seat is current Mercedes test driver Felix Sontag, but whether he will be at the team remains to be seen. Haas and Renault meanwhile could be more interesting, with current Haas driver Kirishima De Rosa looking likely that he'll be leaving the team at the end of the year, having not chose Haas in his sign-ups and him having chose Renault as his first choice. Bartosz Kloss meanwhile has made his feelings clear that he wants to remain at Haas next season, whilst current GP2 Championship leader Snezana Radovojevic has also had her name mentioned for a possible promotion to Haas to potentially reunite with her old Rapax teammate from GP2. Another name mentioned for Haas is current Sauber driver Evan Byrne, who we understand has grown frustrated with the Swiss outlet and could be looking for a way out. Sauber in itself is hard to predict at the moment in this silly season. In terms of Renault, apart from their current drivers David Greenwood and George Roque, other names have been linked with a driver at Renault, including the team's current test driver Telavi Alterion, German Nicholas Zorbach, former Caterham driver Julius Anderson, and surprising one of them, Finland's Jiri Marta, as the 2007 world champion has made his intentions clear on making a full return in 2016 with the French manufacturer and hopes it will come to reality. In terms of the top teams, Mercedes and Ferrari are more likely to retain their current lineups as they are for 2016. However, it is the teams behind them, Red Bull and Williams, that have caught people's attention. Red Bull have a load of drivers interested in their team, including their current drivers Robert Ionescu and 2009 world champion Miklos Gau, but also current Williams drivers Roman Quarg and Omar Carr have also raised an interest in wanting to join Red Bull for 2016, along with current Force India driver Rick Yan and current Toro Rosso driver Robert Hunter. However, unlike others, most of the drivers interested in Red Bull have been very clever with their choices, with most of them opting for Williams as their second choice, including the current Williams drivers themselves, whilst others like Rick Yan and Robert Hunter have kept their current team as their second choice. Miklos Gau, on the other hand, could struggle with his second choice, given that his second choice is Ferrari, and considering that Ferrari are more likely to retain their current drivers, he will either have to hope that one of the current Ferrari drivers flops so badly, or hope that he can remain at Red Bull for 2016. In terms of Force India, McLaren and Toro Rosso, they could lose at least one of their current drivers, with Rick Yan may be rumoured to Red Bull if he is successful with that, with the likes of Rivki Fakruzane with a little bit of a possibility to return to the series with his old team, along with Franco Lopez, who could leave McLaren if Rick goes to Red Bull. Meanwhile, Toro Rosso could lose Robert Hunter if he goes to Red Bull, but Franco Garber may also need to be kept on his toes, considering that defending DTM champion and current championship leader in that series, Michael Moccio, is rumoured with a possible drive at Toro Rosso, considering that Frank has been strongly outpaced by teammate Robert Hunter this season, but also Moccio could also replace Hunter if Robert, as mentioned, gets promoted to Red Bull, but only time will tell. And they are all the main rumours that have dominated this year's silly season. And with that, that brings us to the end of the pilot episode of this season's GP4 OC News. The first team news of the season will break at the Belgian Grand Prix next week. Who will be the first to be announced? Tune into practice next Tuesday.
Watch out for debris. minutes remaining.